there's a balancing act to strike between load and tolerance. So if we imagine a scale, let's first just put this in the context of sports. So the reason the body gets injured or fails in physical activity is because the load that's been applied is greater than the tolerance capacity of the tissues of the body, and so the body breaks. Now, if we switch this over to the workplace, disengagement, burnout, stress, anxiety in the workplace is because the increase in load has gone beyond the tolerance capacity. So think about change implementation in the workplace. The company embarks on a change initiative and then tries to fix tolerance problems. So the company announces we're going to change X, Y, and Z. And so they implement the change. But the tolerance capacity of the individuals within the company, any role, any position, any level of leadership, they have not worked first on their tolerance capacity to those changes. And so what ends up happening is the tipping scale. And the byproduct is we have disengagement, burnout, additional stress, and those things contribute to a lack of performance, injury, basically. So in a company, if we want to be able to have greater success, then what we need to do is we have to increase tolerance first. Oftentimes we use the word resiliency. So we want to increase tolerance, but tolerance is just what does the body need to be able to do for this load that we're about to apply. And sometimes it's skill-based. So sometimes first we have to increase skill set. And that might be technical skill set. It might be emotional intelligence skill set. Like there are skills that need to be done here. There might be skills in stress management that we're improving, all in that emotional intelligence realm. But another thing is that we can take ownership over improving our ability to be tolerant to load. And endurance athletes or athletes in general do so because they're increasing multiple capacities within their body for tolerance. So when you have an endurance athlete, they're not just training their body to physically manage covering long distances, they're training their mind to overcome when they get tired or fatigued or they have a pain that begins to pop up. They're training their heart and their lungs to expand and contract and manage stress a lot more. And yes, they're training all of the tissues in their body for greater levels of endurance to the load that's applied. So one of the things that if you want to start increasing your resiliency level, your tolerance level, is to exercise. Exercise is a pillar of our well-being to load. Running, long walks, hikes, HIIT workouts, weight training, under the guidance of a coach if you've never done these things before, under the guidance of a professional, so that you don't increase your load beyond your body's tolerance capacity and run into injury. We got to be mindful of those kinds of things. And in organizations, how do we navigate this? We increase the resiliency and tolerance of our employees first before we implement the change so that they can manage the load.